Hey guys, what's going on? So, today I've decided to cook some beef jerky. First, I wanted to cook some biltong, but from the videos I've been watching, it seems like I don't have the correct equipment to do it. I suppose it's quite flexible with the equipment, but you know, the one I've got, I have to use my air fryer, so I'm going to be adding heat to it. And to be honest, it just seems like it's more like a beef jerky recipe than a biltong. So I've got some sirloin and some ribeye steak. And I'm just gonna cut them thin slices. I don't know how thin. They say like, what did they say? Like, they said like 1/4 of an inch thick. So I'm gonna cut it as best I can. Seems like it's going okay. I've got some friends. They've made proper biltong. They said not to have gristle going down the middle. So I'm gonna try and cut those bits off as we come. Ernie said he likes fat on his, so we've got some nice fatty bits of steak as well. It's my first time doing it, so we'll see how it goes. I followed like some YouTube videos on how to do it in the air fryer, just because it's easy. It said to stick it in the freezer beforehand. I don't think it's worked out too well for me. It's not cutting as good as I was hoping. It's not. Okay, this bit's a bit firmer where it's thicker. So maybe that'll be, but that's the gristly bit, which is not good. I'm gonna cut this up, see how many bits I can get. And we're gonna marinate it. I've already made like a marinade mix for it. This is the sirloin now. It does have more fat on it, so let's see how this bit goes. Yeah, the reason I say I think this is gonna be more beef jerky like, because the biltong ones I've seen, they don't add heat. But because I'm doing it in the air fryer, so like my air fryer is fine, like you can go right down to 0. But because I'm following the ones I've seen, they say theirs only go down to like 80 degrees, I think. They've done it all in Fahrenheit, so I've had to translate, so I think it's about 80. I think there was one, his went down to 65, so I might do mine on 65 as well. It took like 4 hours. So we've got our little tub here. They say what you want to do, you want to layer it up and have everything touching the vinegar to help preserve the meat. So what we're going to do is just put it in, so there's some spaces in between. A ruined sea bass's nice Tupperware. And we'll pour some vinegar in just so it's touching everything. So I've got a spice rub, which I've made a video of. You can see how I'm making it here. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a little spice rub, add some salt, and add some chili powder. I like some chili powder, and add some paprika. I did think I'd bought some of my cumin, but looks like I forgot my cumin when I moved apartment, so I don't want to do too much spice rub, but we'll shake it up. Maybe add a bit more salt. There we go. And this is what we're going to put on top of our beef. And I've seen some people put it in at this point. But then I've seen others who do this and then they put the spice rub on and then they leave it for another hour or so. So there you go. We can do this, leave it for 2 hours, and I will see you when everything is nicely marinated. I'm gonna dry it a bit. Okay, this is supposed to just help it with its drying. I've got my spices. I found some garlic powder and some pepper, so we put that in as well. I'm just gonna sprinkle some on the bottom and then layer it up again. So it's all got some on it. Okay, so how I'm gonna do it, they said it needs to hang, so I'm gonna put it on these skewers and then I'm gonna stick it over my pot. So it's not really the basket, but it'll leave it hanging with enough room for it all to get aerated. So this is my pot. Yeah, so just gonna hang it and then turn it on at like 60, because that's what the one I'm following did. So we got our marinated meat hanging. What I'm gonna do is just hang it in here. We're gonna put it in the air fryer. Okay, so we just had our first round of 30 minutes. Let's see how we're doing. Still pretty wet. Looking good though. Yeah, we'll just wait for another few times. I think the least time I've seen so far was 2 hours. The most was 6 hours. So just done with the first hour. It's looking good. To be honest, it looks like it's starting to cook a bit now. So what I've done is I've turned the air fryer down. We're going for about 40 degrees now. So hopefully it doesn't like cook or anything like that. Just becomes nice and dried up. Done with the first hour, so we've got another hour to 3 hours left to go. So I will keep you updated and we'll see what it's like when it's finished. Here we are about 5 hours later and I'm thinking it's done. Got some nice beef jerky. I think this was a success. Catch you in the next video.